What is up, guys? What's up, gaming collectors out there? It is time for Sega Man to dig back into his gaming archives and talk about some games from another system, which was a great system, I thought, which was one of their best systems that they ever brought out from their company, and it is called the GameCube, the Nintendo GameCube. So we're going to talk a little bit, and I'm going to show you some of my GameCube games that are in my collection because there's some gems here in this collection that I've been collecting for a long time. You know what I mean? Now the N64, the Nintendo 64, a lot of people have really liked the Nintendo 64, and I'm not saying that the Nintendo 64 was a bad system. A lot of people might beg to differ about the controller. I mean, it was very strange, pretty strange looking. I think they were trying something different. Some people didn't like the way it was made for their hands, with the middle part, sticking out with the little joystick coming out of it. You know, um, for the most part, I thought it was okay, but you can buy different peripherals or different controllers that didn't look like that for the GameCube. I don't think they had many, but a lot of people had a problem with the way they did the controller for the GameCube. I mean, not the GameCube, for the Nintendo 64. You know, but to be honest, it was a pretty decent system. But in my opinion, the best system to come out of that generation would be the GameCube for Nintendo. So what we're going to do today is we're going to show some of my collection of games that I've collected for, um, preferably for a long time. One of the best games that ever came out on the GameCube, and it still looks great today and holds up, and shows a graphical feat in the GameCube, is a game called Resident Evil 4. It's a very, very good game. This is complete in its case. Now, I picked this up, oh man, long time ago, used. You could see the stickers up there for Resident Evil 4, and I believe I paid $10 for it back then. I believe this game is probably in the $50 range, especially if you want it complete. This was only for the GameCube back then. But man, let me tell you, graphically, Nintendo did a fantastic job with Capcom on this game, Resident Evil 4. This is a really awesome graphical heap for back then, and it is a 2 disc in its original entirety with booklet. You know, so you're gonna probably pay more if you're gonna collect, you know, GameCube games. Recently, when you go to these game stores, they put GameCube games in a regular DVD case, what might have the original artwork, cover artwork, and book, but you're not going to get the original GameCube case that it was in. I've been finding out when I collect sometimes for these GameCube games, I'm finding them a lot of times they're in cheap DVD cases with, it looks weird because you know how the DVD is real big. It just looks weird with it sticking in the middle. You know what I mean? But they didn't have the original case for it. And in some cases, even though it's not in the original case, you're still going to pay a pretty penny for the game, depending on the title that it is. But this is one of the best games that came out for the GameCube, man. Still a fantastic game today. There's the back. Not much artwork to see, guys. This has a lot of stickers on it. But this is definitely a gem to collect for the GameCube would be Resident Evil 4, which was a very, very good graphical masterful showpiece for the GameCube. It showed the power of the GameCube, in my opinion. So, the next one we have here. Now, this is actually a shoot 'em up game. I don't think they really had too many shoot 'em ups on the Nintendo. I mean, I keep saying the 64 on the GameCube. Okay, I can't get Nintendo 64 out of my head, man. So used to saying it. But for the GameCube, guys, this was only on the GameCube back then too, and this is called Chaos Fields. This is another great shooter that was on there, and you can find like this also on the Wii amongst like a collection of shooters. But this was actually a game for the GameCube by itself, which is Chaos Fields, and this was another great shoot 'em up uh, that came out for the Nintendo GameCube, guys. And this is yes, this is it's in its full glory with booklet and all. Artwork on the back is pretty cool. Kind of gives you a little reference of what the game looks like and what you got to look forward to playing in the game. But it's a great shoot 'em up for the GameCube, guys. Now this might vary in price. I'm not too sure. Could be $15 to $20. I'm not sure. I haven't looked up the prices lately on GameCube games, but a lot of GameCube games are very expensive right now. This one might be very affordable if you want to find a shoot 'em up for the GameCube, man. This is not bad at all. It's pretty decent, man, and it's pretty challenging. You know what I mean? So it's a great game to add to my GameCube collection, man, and you guys will have a blast with this if you're into shoot 'em ups like me. So that's another one. Now, this game here came out on the OG Xbox, I think the PlayStation 2, and this game was considered the best version of the game. This is for GameCube. This says, no, actually it says only on GameCube. I don't think this is the one. I think there's another one. I think there might be another one, okay? But this also did great on there. Graphically, it looked very good. It's a very awesome game. It is a Star Wars game, and that is Star Wars Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron 2. Now, this was really, really good graphically. I've seen people do reviews on this game for the GameCube. This one might be a little bit more expensive, but that's a really awesome game from LucasArts. They did a fantastic job, guys, with this. This is a lot of fun, and I think you would really enjoy it if you've never played it yet, or if you own a GameCube and didn't know of the game. But I'm not too sure about how much this would cost in its original case with the booklet and everything. But that is it in its entirety. It's a really fun game. You know, the GameCube made, believe it or not, the GameCube made some really good games. They did. I paid more attention to my original OG Xbox, but later on I bought and got a GameCube. You know, it was either GameCube or OG Xbox. You know, people were saying, well, I'm going to get the GameCube. I'm used to Nintendo. You know, so I wanted to try something new, and I wanted to get the, the OG Xbox. You know, but it is really good. It's very, very, very good. They did a fantastic job on the presentation of the game. Like I said, it's a beautiful space shooter. They always make great space shooter games. They always have since the Atari 5200. You know, they make really awesome games because one of the first Star Wars games was actually on the Atari 5200, and man, it was really good, and it kind of reminds you a little bit of it made you feel you were really playing into a Star Wars game, and that was a long time ago with the Atari 5200. But this is a great game, guys. You won't go wrong. If you don't own it, you have a GameCube, try to pick it up for a reasonable price. So, another great game. Now, this is by Namco. Some of you probably have this in your collection if you collect for GameCube. Some of you might not, but this is in its original case, and this is actually by Namco, which is Soulcalibur II, which debuts Link as a playable fighting character. Now, this is really awesome because what's awesome about this is every system had an exclusive character. We had Spawn on the Xbox, which I think is the best version. The GameCube had Link, and the PlayStation 2 had the one guy from Tekken in it. So everybody had the extra character that Todd McFarlane wanted to put in there, which was Necrid. You know, so but this is also a really good, decent game, man. Really good fighting game. It did well with graphically with the colors and everything. It looked fantastic on the GameCube too. Not just the Xbox, but the GameCube also. The PlayStation 2 version looked pretty decent, but I would say the best out of it would have to be on the GameCube and the Xbox. But the PlayStation one, it did look well. I also have that one. It looked pretty good too. You know what I mean? So It also was good, but I have to probably give it to the original OG Xbox having the better version of the game graphically. You know what I mean? And GameCube second, and then PlayStation third. That's not trying to take away anybody's fun factor of the Soulcalibur II series. If you have it for the PlayStation 2, it was good on there. I've played it. I've actually beat it with the Tekken character, and it's pretty decent. But this one here on the GameCube is really awesome for them to implement Link into the game, which was really cool. They did a fantastic job with the graphics, very beautiful backgrounds and settings. Character models look good on the OG and GameCube and on the PlayStation 2. But this is another one to collect for, guys. If you didn't know, Soul Calibur, you have the version of Soul Calibur 2, on your GameCube, you can get it. It is in its original box and everything in there with it. So it's another one to collect for, guys. Another one. Now, I didn't want to really bring up the whole collection of these because I have more of these on the GameCube. And it is from Sega. This is called Sonic Gems Collection. Now, I have the other Sonic games also on GameCube, but this is a great game here. My mother, when my mother was here, she asked me, what kind of a game system do you think I would like, son? Not like the Xbox where you like, the hardcore. And so I told her GameCube. But my mother actually got a GameCube. And after a while, she got tired of it and she gave me the games in the GameCube. She gave it to me, So, and this was in one of the games she picked up. And it is, like I said, Sonic Gems Collection. 3 must-have hits, which is really awesome. And what was great about this is it had Sonic R Racing on it, which is very expensive to find right now for the Sega Saturn. It also had the cult classic 3D fighting game, which was the Sonic the Fighters, and it also had Sega CD on it, the Sega CD game. Now you can get that game and Sonic Fighters on the Xbox. I believe you can get it. I don't know if Sonic Fighters, I can't remember. I think it's back on Pat. Sonic CD definitely is, I believe. And you can get it in the collection. You can get it in the collection also. The Sega Genesis collection that you get. You won't get Sonic Fighters because that came out, later on. But these are three great collaboration of games that the GameCube put together with 6 bonus Game Gear classics. So what that means is there's Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in here, Sonic Spinball, Sonic Hedgehog Triple Trouble, Sonic Drift, Tails, and the Tails Adventure. So they put Game Gear games in this, which is really awesome. So this is actually worth collecting for your GameCube. They put all that into one. This has probably definitely went up in price if you want it complete in its box. You know what I mean? So this has definitely probably went up. It has everything in there from the disc and the original art book that's in there. So if you find this and you only find it with like the game in there and no instructions, you might get it a little cheaper. If you find it just with the game and a different case, maybe cheaper. I'm not sure. But that game is what matters. So you might spend a little bit of money on this. I'm not saying really expensive, but it's a great collaboration to have all on one GameCube disc. And it's a very fun game, especially Sonic R. That's rare. If you find that on your Sega Saturn, it's going to be well over $100. Well over. Because it didn't do very well. They were trying to just make a Sonic game for the Sega Saturn. Okay? So if you can find this, guys, pick it up. If you can find it for a good price, because that game, if you have a Sega Saturn, is very hard to get. If it's not very hard to get, it's very hard to get for one of the reasons because it's going to be expensive. You're not going to find it cheap. You know what I mean? You might have to import it from Japan, but you're still going to have to pay for that shipping. So it's going to probably be expensive either US version or Japanese version. So if you can find it on the GameCube for like $30 and you really are collecting for GameCube, pick it up because it's damn near worth it. All right? So the next one we have here that a lot of people don't talk about or forgot, which is a gem. It's a real cool like a sci-fi game, spooky game. And that game is called Geist. Geist is a really, really awesome game. Now, I didn't play a whole lot of Geist. Uh, it's kind of like a sci-fi Resident Evil almost. But Geist is a awesome game. They did a fantastic job with presentation in it when you start the game. The graphics are pretty decent. You know what I mean? But Geist is really, really, really good, man. It's a very creepy, scary game. And as you see, you know, it has like the have a little booklet thing in here, Nintendo Power, the game right here. You know what I mean? Little artwork right there. But this is definitely worth collecting for. Now, guys, you might end up paying a little bit more money also for this. Maybe in the $40 to $50 range. If it's a complete in its original casing and booklets and all, probably around $40, $50, I'm thinking. You might be able to find it for 30. I don't know. You know what I mean? Some people get lucky and find it even cheaper. But you know, a lot of GameCube games have went up in price. But this is another great game to add to your Game Gear. I mean, man, I'm really tongue-tied today. To add to your GameCube collection, not your Game Gear. So it would be cool to see like something like this on a Game Gear, huh? Like a Game Gear version or something. That would kind of be pretty decent, pretty cool. I think somebody in a homebrew community could make like GameCube games for Game Gear. I mean, they make everything else homebrew, right? So that would sound like a pretty cool idea. But yeah, this is a really good game. If you like creepy sci-fi horror games for GameCube, Geist is one of them. All right, now the next one we got here, good fighting game, very good fighting game by Activision. Uh, oh, Microsoft bought Activision. Wonder if this game if they would make a remake of this game, I would definitely buy, or a new version of this game. And this game on GameCube, which is probably pretty expensive today in its whole entirety. Very good fighting game. One came up for the original OG Xbox and PlayStation 2, and the GameCube had their version. This is called Bloody Roar, Primal Fury. So this is people for sleep on this game. This is a really good fighting game. You never hear nothing about Bloody Roar at all anymore. Now, the best version to me I played was on the original OG Xbox. I still own those, and those are fantastic games. They did the game. It kind of reminds you of Fighting Vipers. If you guys played Fighting Vipers on the Sega Saturn, which I own, or on your Xbox, it kind of reminds me of that. The settings, the background, some of them remind me of Fighting Vipers. But this is Activision's Bloody Roar, and it's a fantastic fighting game. You can actually turn into a beast, you know, like into a beast mode, and destroy your opponent. So it's a very awesome game. Fight like an animal, as it says on the back. But it's probably a little bit expensive right now, especially if you want to complete like I have it. Game is practically looks crisp and brand new. Very decent artwork. So this is a great fighting game to own for your GameCube, guys. Check it out if you can for a reasonable price. You won't go wrong, trust me, with Bloody Roar. Very, very good game, and also becoming very expensive to collect these Bloody Roar games, no matter what system it's on. They're expensive. And with Microsoft owning Activision now, it would be great to see them do a Bloody Roar fighting game and add it to what we have, fighting games that we have, like KI, you know, and stuff like that. That would be awesome to implement and make a Bloody Roar and make it exclusive, which it would be on Activision, exclusive to the Xbox, man. If you guys are listening out there at Microsoft Gaming Studios, all right? This is Sega Man, one of your diehard fans. You guys have Activision. Phil, answer the calling. Make Bloody Roar and make it exclusive on the Xbox. It's a great fighting game. It would be awesome to add this to the Xbox ecosystem and family of games that we have. And possibly put it in Game Pass. Put it in Game Pass. I believe it would do very, very, very well with online capabilities. I think it would do very well. Now, this game is definitely expensive. Definitely expensive. Very, very creepy game. Everybody I've talked to that has this game or have played this game said this is one of the best creepy games that they ever played on a system in general. It goes well over the $100 range. I've seen this for $250. It depends on who the seller is. And that is, and I'm glad to have it in my collection, which was only on the GameCube, is Eternal Darkness. Very awesome game. Very expensive game. This game will have you freaking out. Freaking out, bro. They did a fantastic job with this game. Eternal Darkness, man. Everybody I talked to loves this game. Now, I started to play some of it. I didn't beat it. I need to go back to some of my old GameCube games. But from what I played, it is an awesome game, guys. This is in its original box in its entirety. All right? Right there. All right? This goes for a pretty penny. Well over $100. Well over $100. Maybe $150. And like I said, I've seen people advertise this for $250. Eternal Darkness is a great game to add to your GameCube collection, guys. And it is definitely a gem. If you can get your hands on a complete copy of this in its original case, good luck. And hey, congrats, because this game is very expensive. It's up there with the higher echelon of GameCube games to collect for. You know, I mean, when it comes to, you know, collecting for the system itself. But Eternal Darkness, that would be great if they could remake this game or make a, you know, like a part 2 or something, and I guess put it on a Switch because it is by Nintendo. I don't think, yeah, it's by Nintendo, but they probably would enjoy the game. You know what I mean? But I know it's pretty good from what I played on the GameCube, guys. Eternal Darkness. Now, I have a couple of these. Okay? I got to tell you where I found these games. I was at my local Thrift King shopping, looking at movies, CDs, and when they have games, I look. So I notice a kid with his phone, and he's looking in this glass case, usually where the games are. I'm like, okay, I've seen a couple Nintendo GameCube games, but I didn't know all what he was looking at because he was hovering the case. So he gets on his phone, he makes a dial some numbers, or he's texting, and then he leaves. He goes to leave. So I said, all right, I'll wait till he leaves. Let me go over there and check out what he's looking at. And man, let me tell you, the Thrift King, whoever priced these games, they were very generous in their pricing. Okay, because these games are very expensive right now. Oh, they're up there. And I got both of these games complete in its case for $3. $3. All right? It is Star Fox Adventures and Star Fox Assault. Both of these for $3 a piece. $3. And I'm showing you this in both of them because I don't want to, you know, one by one. Okay? I played this some of the I think I played this one for a while. It was pretty cool. And I started to try this one and I got sidetracked. But these are great games. Star Fox, a lot of people have loved Star Fox on the N64, but to find both of these gems for $3 a piece is pretty awesome. The artwork they did on these are pretty decent and pretty good. You know, look, everything in its entirety. Everything. You know, when I'm at the store, I'm not going to question their pricing. I'm just going to buy the shit. And there were other games there too. There was a Mario Golf, Mario Tennis. I think one of the Zelda games I'm going to show you here. I bought them all. That guy left. I bought them all. He probably was going to come back and think nobody would buy them. I don't know. But as soon as he left that case, I bought all them shits, bro. And the other one, like I said, is Star Fox Adventure. All right, and it's also complete with everything in there. So to find these games today at a reasonable price is damn near impossible, especially in its original case with booklet. But these games probably go well over, I don't know, maybe well over $80? $80 a piece, or I don't know, maybe $50, $60. Like I said, it depends on who's selling it and where you get it and what condition it is, you know? But a lot of these places out here that want to sell these games just want to sell you the disc for $50 because they don't have the original artwork and cover and instruction manuals in there because they know Star Fox is a popular game and sometimes they want to sell it more and it's also retro and collectible. So you might find yourself actually just paying for the disc itself being $25 to $30, you know? But that's what it costs. It's not cheap to collect. Be a game collector. It's not. I was collecting. I don't know. People were collecting back then, but I got lucky that day. I got lucky that day. So I'm glad to have this in my GameCube collection. Now, which one is it? Okay, I think it's this one. This one. This is the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. Promotional disc includes 4 classic games. Now, this must have came with the GameCube at one time. Okay? I got it for $3. Again, you know I'm just clowning y'all by saying $3. But $3 again, guys. Perfect condition at the local Thrift King. Everything inside there with the 3 classic games on there. It's a good one to collect for. I've seen this well over $50. You know what I mean? I don't know if how much it is now. It might be 60, 70. It all depends. Some people might be able to find it cheaper. I'm not sure. But I think sometimes when you get these games that were promotional disc includes 4 classic games, you know, it's probably going to be more. Like it says, includes playable demo. And it has the Legend of Zelda on there. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. And then the Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. The Legend of Zelda, something Mask. Majestical Mask, I think. But it's really awesome to have this and add this to the GameCube collection. You know, for you Zelda lovers out there. Now, my friend, we did a trade. I don't know, I think he had an extra copy of this, okay? I gave him a GameCube game I had that he wanted. And this is all he had that I wanted. And this is the Legend of Zelda, the Four Swords Adventure. Now, he gave me this. Now, I forgot what I traded. It wasn't even like upper and higher echelons. But he gave me this to add to my collection. This game has also went up in price. Now, this game he gave me is not complete. It only has the game in it, okay? But at least it has the original case and artwork. So, roughly, you're still going to probably pay, I don't know, $40 to $50 for this game. It could be more, you know, but at least I have the case and the original game. But it's another gem to add to your GameCube collection, man. People love Zelda. They just, they love Zelda, man. So I'm glad to have this in my GameCube collection. Now, the last one I got here, I actually got at Thrift King also, right? This one was $2. I went in there one time and they didn't have much games. This was actually stacked on top of some sports games. I just went through the games. They let me go through the games. This game is expensive. And I believe on the other systems, it's pretty up there too. Now, this is another game that they honestly need to bring back, man. And this is GameCube's Def Jam Vendetta with Rest in Power to DMX, Ludacris, Method Man, Nori, Redman, Scarface, WC, and more. Great game, guys. There's a lot of people that like Def Jam fighting games. Def Jam Vendetta. There was one on the Xbox. I think I had a long time ago. I don't remember what happened to it. But I was very good to just get a Def Jam fighting game because this is worth some money. You know what I mean? And it has a lot of the old school rappers in here, bro. You know what I mean? Just a lot of old school rappers in here, man. And it's a fun fighting game. It's a fun fighting game. And if you have it on the GameCube, it might cost you a little more. And this is complete. To find this complete is incredible. Incredible. You know what I mean? And a lot of brothers out there that like the fighting games, they like Def Jam Vendetta, or they like the Def Jam fighting games. You know what I mean? So that's my last one I wanted to show you. This is another gem to add to your GameCube collection, man. Nobody really talks about Def Jam Vendetta anymore and the Def Jam fighting games. You know what I mean? But it was great fighting games, good humor in the game. You have the original rappers doing the voices, and they did a fantastic job with some of the characters in the game, man. Very fun game to play, and very fun to compete against your boy with. Playing the fighting games together with each other. So that's it for today, guys. This is a look back into my gaming collecting and my games in my archives of what I collect for. These are the GameCube gems that I own. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Do you own a GameCube? Do you have some of these games that I reviewed today? And tell me what you think of the games and how you've enjoyed the GameCube and what the GameCube had to bring to the gaming community. You know, so let me know, guys. All right. So you guys have a great day today. Okay. Enjoy gaming. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to subscribe to me, that's cool. If not, share the video. Let other people see the video and say, look what Sega Man has. It's a great, just a great collection of games from different systems, down from the Sega Genesis to the Xbox to Nintendo. You know what I mean? I have PlayStation also. I have a TurboGrafx 16. I have all kind of handheld systems and all kind of gaming systems, guys. Down to the old school ColecoVision. Some of you weren't even born yet. So share the video, guys. Tell them about your boy Sega Man, all right? Check out my podcast on Saturday called the Xbox Alpha Podcast with my brothers on there. Check us out on We Got Next with Hebot when he does it. My brother Hebot, shouts out to him. And check out the Exile podcast with my brother, the Don King of Xbox, E-Rock X, Tuckmaster, me, Hebot, and Unlimited Productions. Please check my brother's channels out. Check Unlimited's channel out, The Unlimited Truth. Shouts out to Unlimited. And shouts out to Tuckmaster and everybody that rocks out with us, man. So you guys have a great day, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to be doing more archive videos of what I have of games I collect for different systems, guys, that you guys might not ever seen yet. All right, so take care, guys. Peace and love, guys. Xbox for life. We don't die, we multiply, and we're eating good over here, baby. Peace.